And the question was, how do you feel about what you're doing right now, and possible actions, what you're actually doing? You could very well be transiting, you know, from one career to another, because the world suggests endings and beginnings, and these are major endings and beginnings. So the devil is here now in this context. What I'm thinking, because the devil represents, let's just see if they have a pentagram in this. They don't. But in the original card of the devil, it's a card of Capricorn, a major arcana card of Capricorn. There's a pentagram above the creature's, whatever he is. He has hairy legs in the original card. There's a pentagram above his head, but it's inverted. And the pentagram, all the points of the pentagram are supposed to represent, you know, the elements. There's fire, air, earth. Sorry, and at the top of the pentagram is spirit. Now with the devil card, the devil, what it does is it turns the pentagram upside down. So spirit is usually dumped out completely. That's why, you know, it's the devil. It often represents, you know, obviously just going through the motions without any love, you know, sex without love. This is why they call it, you know, a card of indulgence. It doesn't have any spirit, and it has a little too much, you know, of everything else. So what I'm thinking is that right now, you, with the world and the devil, currently you're doing something that you don't love at all. None of your spirit is in it. And this is probably why you're ending something and beginning something else. Okay, so we're looking at what does Aries want to do. And then we're going to look at your greatest talents. And then what was meant for you. What does Aries want to do? The majority of our Aries. I'm seeing card number 11, Justice. So I'm just going to make sure I'm seeing that. Yes, I am. I honestly feel like it's something in the justice. It's you're either getting out of something in the justice field or getting in to something in the justice field. This is what you want. I feel like you want to be in the field of justice. I feel that's what something relating to law, order, and that makes perfect sense because your card is the Emperor. All right. And the Emperor's pathway is pathway number 15. We just saw a number 15 come up on one of the cards. What is pathway 15? So it connects the Great Father Chokhmah with Tiferet, actually, and it's they call it, you know, the window. So how do I explain that? The Great Father. The magician, by the way, is up there. And remember that the magician, he is not a real person. He's an archetype. There's the magician who is an archetype. There's the high priestess who's an archetype. You know, they're up there with spirit. But the emperor is an actual person, okay? And what he does is he makes sure that everything that the magician comes up with is properly. It's going to work, and it's good in this world, and it's good for everyone. Wow. They call the Wow, this is so Aries. So the first card that I have is the Seven of Wands. It is the great warrior. It is Mars in Leo. It is the person who can win when it's 6 against 1 and you win. And that person, in the original card, the man has run out the door. He's been sneak attacked. So he hasn't had time to put on matching shoes. He stands there. In his conviction. I'm just going to pause the tape for a moment. Seem to pause it. The one thing that can be said about Aries is that it is very, I mean, they're known as bleep disturbers, okay? Because they have a problem with things that are not right. And so they will stand up when something is really wrong. They will stand up and say no, and they don't seem to notice that they don't have any back action and healing. Aries, what I think your greatest talents are, obviously you have a warrior in you, but some of you are also healers. Some of you may be I am seeing sort of, not necessarily medicine, but you guys are natural healers. Okay, I'll just put it that way. Wow. What you are truly meant to do is just this, your warrior spirit, and for truth, victory, and justice. Beautiful, Aries. Beautiful. Wow. This is fascinating. So I have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Cups. This is decision making, all right? It's not confused decision making, though. This is a very powerful person who stands there and makes that decision. They happen to have the whole world in their hands when they're making this decision. And look at what's next to it, the Queen of Cups. Why do I feel like you're right where you should be, Taurus? Talent. What is their greatest talent? What is Taurus's greatest talent? Taurus's greatest talent. Amazing. Just remember that we had the Two of Wands in the first split, and now the Four of Wands is right there. So what I've got here, believe it or not, I have Mars in Gemini, which is the Nine of Swords, which is the person, frankly, who worries an awful lot. And I have the Four of Wands, which is Venus in Aries, which is very, it actually physically manifests, okay, the Four of Wands. Things manifest and they're very stable. So what's interesting about this is if we're looking at what your greatest talents are, this suggests exactly Pathway 5, it's called the Path of the Hierophant. You know your card is the Hierophant. Now remember, I was talking about the Two of Wands in the split that we had a moment ago, and now we've got the Four of Wands. Well, pathway number 5 connects a 2 to a 4. It connects, wisdom, Chokmah, with mercy, with Hesed. So, or Yesed, some people call it Yesed. And, there's a saying about this pathway, it's a very spiritual pathway, this pathway is able to collect the wounded pieces of creation, pick them up and put them together, again, which is really amazing. So you could be a healer, somebody spiritual. You may be really good at spirituality, healing, teaching, organizing, healing, but there's an element of groundedness to this, and mercy. It connects these two parts. It connects wisdom with mercy on the Tree of Life. Again, 11. I'm seeing justice. This makes sense. It makes sense, though. Because this is the Hierophant Taurus. It is very it's a master, it's a leader, a teacher. And it's, the Hierophant, there are pillars next to him in the Justice card. There are pillars. I'm seeing wisdom. I'm seeing teaching is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that's what you want to do. Something relating to balancing, fairness, balancing. Amazing. Now let's see what the universe wants you to do. What is Taurus meant to do? What does the universe want Taurus to be doing, please? Taurus, fixed earth. Messages from the universe. What's Taurus meant to do? Wow. Okay, this is incredible. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is it's the utmost secure money, security. It's the, it takes care of the family. It's very secure. With the world, I feel like you're able to take care of the whole world. So one more thing before we leave Taurus. I'm looking at the Ten of Pentacles here and the world. In the Ten of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Virgo, in the original card, there's a little checkered area, which Arthur Edward Waite and Pamela Smith, they sort of subtly meant to, well, not so subtly, if you look at the old textbooks and everything, it is a portal to the next dimension. So there is something very spiritual about what you were meant to do. All right. All right, guys. So we're going to move on to Gemini now. So what is Gemini thinking, feeling, and doing currently? Gemini. May 21st to about June 22nd. What is Gemini thinking, feeling, and doing right now? Gemini, please. Wow. Probably what you're supposed to be doing. I'm seeing all swords, and you are mutable air. So I'm seeing Mars in Gemini and the Ace of Swords. I don't think you like what you're doing right now. I don't think you like what you're doing, and I think you're certain that you don't like what you're doing. That's what I'm getting from these swords. Let's just have a look at what you want to do. What does Gemini really want to do? Boy, everybody wants to have justice. Justice is, you want, I guess everybody wants to balance out what they're doing. Maybe no one feels like what they're doing is just. This is a repeated message. You want to do what's right for you. Let's look at Gemini's greatest talents. This is really interesting. Everybody's feeling an injustice over what they want to do. What are Gemini's greatest talents, please? Mutable air. May to June, greatest talents of Gemini. Gemini's greatest talents. Wow. All right. So what I'm seeing, I'm getting Knight of all Swords. I'm getting Knight of Swords energy. So this is something. So this is quick action. So you want to do something that involves speed. There's a lot of bravery here. But it's very stressful what you want to do. So, because I've got the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords, I feel like you want to do something high risk. Actually, these are your greatest talents. Sorry. So you're good at doing things high risk. If it's not high risk, the other thing that I'm looking at here is quick thinking. I'm looking at diagnosing because I'm seeing Mars in Gemini and the Knight of Swords. So you may be very good at intellectually diagnosing things quickly. An emergency room person, anyone in an emergency room, or a mechanic, diagnosing things quickly. Well, any field, really, but you're in that frontline area of diagnosis. And this is quite interesting. So I feel like what you're good at is quick mental thinking. It could be in emergency situations, but it's stuff that requires mental agility. It may be high risk as well, because that Knight of Swords, you know, he has to act very quickly, and sometimes it causes damage. So you could be in it like a pit crew, or so, it's something. It involves speed, intellect, and fixing things. Okay, and high risk, because damage is often done by that Knight of Swords. All right. Now, the reason why I said it was interesting is because your pathway, it connects, it's pathway 6, it connects Bina with Tiferet, and that's two opposing forces that you're connecting there. So you're very good at this. This is feeling loosey-goosey. Wow. Didn't I just say combination of two opposing forces? This is temperance. This is very difficult to do. And the Page of Swords. feel like it's more the age of the project. You begin projects, begin things, maybe write the plans up for the project. There's the intellectual side. You may be someone who creates business plans for something. It's something related to the generation of ideas and intellect. And then you probably just disappear. Then other people would take it over, but you're the generator, I think. Now, what's crazy is that's exactly what you're good at because you're cardinal. So I think that what you like with the 8, I'm seeing communication, I'm seeing speed and hitting the target. I'm also seeing that you like to work, because I'm seeing the 8 of Pentacles there. You may also like to figure out how to get out of things regarding the 8 of Swords. You may want some fast change. You may want travel, movement. Or you may just be doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Let's just see what the universe says. What is this? The devil. Oh, Cancer, you're so lucky. The universe just gave you a pass on total indulgence. Let's see. One thing powerful about this card is the recognition of when it's time to step out of that energy. And I'm thinking for some reason of the 2 hands, the placements of the hands in the card. The woman, I don't know why I'm thinking of her gesture as being, she is receptive to ideas. She's said the problem with her hand gesture, it's not a problem, but she's willing to go, the gesture of the way that her hand is positioned. That, I mean, in tarot there are a lot of what are the in the East they're called Indian mudras. They're literally hand gestures, and they're quite deep. But this gesture means that she's open to subconscious suggestions. So in terms, I'm looking at communication, open to subconscious suggestions. And making sure that people get out of these situations before they become less human. Remember that the quote about this card, and I'm going to give you sort of a pop culture quote, and it came from that movie Lucy. She says about the drug, you know, that people are taking. It's as if the parts of ourselves that make us human are fading away. And Cancer, you are, you're supposed, not supposed to, but this sign is associated with the Queen of Cups energy, which is the Queen is extremely good at the subconscious, at looking at the subconscious mind. So perhaps I am going to turn back to the children, the idea of the intellect, children, intellect, and education. It could be something like child psychology. The universe actually wants you to prevent psychological damage, because remember this devil energy. I mean, we've been hearing all sorts of, the divine masculine is finding it really hard to get out of these toxic cycles. Cancer, I think you are meant to do something involving education, generating some kind of, in some field that allows people, perhaps child psychology, something that allows some kind of a transformation so that this kind of toxic energy doesn't affect people into their adulthood. Wow, that's quite a noble cause, Cancer. Amazing. Cancer, before we close off, I just remembered so your card is the Chariot. On the Tree of Life, the Chariot connects Bina, which is you, which is, the High Priestess, the Great Mother, the one who has all of the subconscious knowledge, with Gavura, which is it's the 5, it's a really severe, all of this is on the dark side, okay, the black pillar of the Tree of Life. And there is a quote about protects, that wraps the soul in the gold. The chariot wraps the soul in its golden armor to protect it, you know, as it comes into the physical. So the, you know, as Bina is up there with the archetypes, as the soul comes down, you know, into the physical, the chariot protects it in armor. So it goes right along with that idea, you know, that just came out of protecting children, you know, to protect them enveloping in the armor. Anyway, let me know if it resonates. So we've got the Three of Wands. You're probably doing exactly what you should be doing, or what you probably are enjoying yourself. Wands, which tells me that you're not just making decisions or thinking about things, you're actually doing them. And the Page of Wands means that you're really up for the task and you're interested. The page is interested and motivated. So it looks to me like you like what you're doing, Leo. Ooh, okay. The universe definitely wants to speak. Okay, we've got something there. Wow. I may eat my words. I think I'm going to have to eat my words. Yep, I'm going to be eating my words. Yep. Open mouth, insert words. Okay, yeah. The universe wants you to do something spiritually. And yeah, okay, so I'm seeing Mercury in Virgo and the Princess of Cups. This makes sense. So this would be something spiritual to what they're currently engaged in. All right. Okay, that's it right there, whatever this is. Okay, so this the character in this picture was supposed to have been fashioned after this sort of mythological person in Egypt. I think it was Hermes Trismegistus or something like that. He was the thrice great ruler of Egypt. He was a ruler, a philosopher, a religious person, but not, he wasn't sort of into this orthodox religion. In fact, this person was said to have predicted Christianity, and he was trying to preserve the idea of, he believed that there was one true thread, you know, that you could find in all religions, you know. But he was said to have been a great healer. Three of Cups. So I'm going to read the energies here. Wow. Libra, you know, you've got judgment. You're probably doing something related to balancing, fairness, resurrecting. And whatever you're doing, it's challenging because we see here the Prince of Wands, the Three of Cups. That's Mercury in Cancer. It does have to do with communication, emotion. It could be balancing emotions. It's a challenging job that involves balancing emotions and resurrecting and inviting people to look beyond the material. All right, let's see what the universe wants you to do, Libra, in case you're not happy and you want to get out of the profession that you're in. So Libra. So we're looking at pathway number 11. You know, and that connects, it connects Gavura with Tiferet. Yeah. So Gavura is the really, really difficult stuff, the fives. And you bring it to Tiferet, which is a state of beauty. So that's funny. You're probably doing exactly what you should be doing. Okay, what does the universe want Libra to do? So Gavura is point number 5 on the Tree of Life, where all the severity is, the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, all the Five of Pentacles, the severity, and it's on the black side, on the severe side of the pillar. So Libra, your life path is life path 11, and it goes from the 5 to the 6, okay? 6 is Tiferet, which is right in the middle where everything's beautiful. 6 of Cups, you know, 6 of Swords, and okay. What does the universe want Libra to do? Libra, I'm going to clarify using a Lenormand. Okay, there it goes. What is that? Yeah, so you're probably at a crossroads. if you're at a crossroads and you're making a decision, this might help. Hopefully that if you're thinking about doing something that's a little more active, I know this is unlike you because you don't like to be, the doing. You like to be balancing and making sure that everyone who's doing is doing it in a balanced way. Well, the universe is encouraging you to get out there and be a little more active. They're allowing you to be a little more polar rather than being balanced. Okay. All right. Okay, next slide. Okay, now Scorpio, this is going to be interesting. So your pathway on the Tree of Life is path 20, okay? It connects the 8th point, which they call it splendor, okay? Hood, H-O-D, is really what it should be called. And there's a Hebrew word for hood that means reverberation. So think of the 8 of Wands when you think of hood. It's communication, okay? Now at the bottom, it connects you go from the 8 to the 10 on your path, on path 20. 8 is connected to the very, very bottom of the Tree of Life. It's called Malkut, okay? It is considered, by the Orthodox Jews to be that which is it doesn't come from God. It's very human. Okay, so it's like the ashes, And anyway, it's a very, very difficult pathway. It's all yours. So you could be doing some profession that involves putting things together for either from the past or that were meant to be together. Quite possibly, and it may be romantic, it may not be, it may also be hereditary. Yeah, anyway. Maybe you're on a dig site or something, putting a community back together that used to exist. All right. Maybe you're an anthropologist. Anyway. Okay, again, we just had it, so I'm seeing the number 4. Let's just let these fall. I feel like you want to do something that's related to family and stability, and I'm seeing 8, which is interesting because that has to do with communication, which is on your life path. Let's see what the universe wants you to do. All right, what does the universe want Scorpio to be doing? The universe want fixed water to be doing. What were they meant to do? What were they meant to do? Scorpio meant to do. Wow. So I'm seeing temperance, and there's something artistic I'm seeing related to this. Thinking and feeling. Wow, 2 4s. Okay, Sag, you're definitely not happy with what you're doing. So what I'm seeing here is you being bored, moody, you're hoarding your money. Whatever you're doing, you feel like you have to, you can't be yourself because this is not you, Sag. It could be that you're unable to express yourself in the job that you're in. You're unable to have the money that you want. You have to save up really tight. This is definitely not you, Sag. This is anything but you. I've got cups and pentacles. This is not you, Sag. Where is your fire? So I don't think you're happy at all. I think you're bored. I think people are all around you driving you nuts, offering things that you don't want. You could be drinking a lot. You could be hungover most of the time. All right. But however, Sag, there may be an opportunity that is being put right in front of you. And you may have turned it down a couple of times. If you have, it's going to come back again. The offer will come back again. But probably in the next 30 days. Okay, because that card is cyclical. But I see clearly that you're not happy. What does Sag want to be doing? Yeah, so I'm seeing the Chariot. Something fast and victory related. 7 of Wands. You could want to get into the Mars and Leo warrior mode. I'm seeing the Chariot, the 7 of Wands. Now, Seven of Cups, yeah, so I think right now you may have some choices before you actually. Yeah, I'm seeing that you have some choices before you and you may be confused as to what to do. This could be why you're turning stuff down. All right, let's see what the universe has to say, Sag. Okay, so we're going to see what the universe wants you to do. So your pathway, Sag, is pathway 14. Notice how that is the, it coincides with the number of your major arcana card, Temperance. And yes, Arthur Edward Waite did base the major arcana card, as you can see, around the Jewish Kabbalistic tree. So it connects, pathway 14 is right down the middle column of the tree of life. And it connects to Ferret, which is the sixes of anything, okay? We often call it beauty, okay? Just simply beauty. With number 9, okay? With Hesed. So the way that I would remember this is I would think about your solar plexus chakra and your root chakra. So your solar plexus chakra is everything about your true self, you know, what makes you feel really, it's your true self, it's what the divine wants, you know, you to be glowing. But the root chakra, remember, that's the root chakra is, we need I need a house to make me feel secure, or I need money, or I need a roof over my head. It's that base, it's how you identify yourself, in the world, you know. For example, you know, a lot of women feel like if they don't have children, you know, that it's just, you know, they haven't really lived life. Or you might hear a man say that if he doesn't have a piece of land, or if he doesn't have a truck, it's what it is ego identity, okay? So these two things are extremely difficult to balance, and that's why the Temperance card is your card. What does the universe want? Does the universe want Sagittarius to be doing? Because Sagittarius is definitely bored to tears. Well, some of you are anyway. What does the universe want Sagittarius to be doing? What does the universe want Sagittarius to be doing? Interesting. Yeah. So so one of the cards that previously came out for you is still there. It's a 4. So this means you're going to have money, okay? But look at this. So this is the Prince of Wands, Sag. This is a challenge, and I feel like for a lot of you this might be right before you. You may think that it's too much. You are up for that. The message of this card is that you are up for it. So I think it's probably something very active. It's something. So I'm seeing something that involves physical action. So you're going to have to be in shape to do this. I'm also seeing something that it's like a solo mission. I don't see that it would be work with others. You're going to be able to make money at this, whatever it is. But I'm seeing particularly a one-person show. Okay. Yeah, and it may involve some communication that isn't in a normal mode of communication. Where can we get a hint from Lenormand? The universe is definitely encouraging you to take, if there's an opportunity before you and you feel like you're not up for it, you're up for it. It may involve some strange kind of communication I'm seeing, because I'm looking at the feather and hot weather. God, I wish we had that. Okay. Yeah, so here's a key. This key unlocks, it's like, it's as soon as this key is turned, your whole life changes. So I don't know if that means anything to you. Do you need a key to do, a key unlocks things. I'm particularly seeing a type of job where not necessarily your own boss, but the work, it's all up to you, and it's quite challenging. You may be the only one with the keys to something, to a box. Yeah, and there's money. I see money being involved. Money and challenging and keeping things locked and tight and secret. This is a very challenging job. Anyway, okay, let's move on. All right, so now we're on Capricorn. We are on cardinal Earth. What is Capricorn doing, thinking, and feeling in terms of their career right now? Doing, thinking, and feeling in terms of their career. Doing, thinking, and feeling in terms of their career, Capricorn. We've got Sun in Capricorn and the Three of Wands. Somehow I think you're doing exactly what you should be doing. You're making a lot of money. You may be in control of everything. And you're generating, okay? Because you're in the Three of Wands, and you guys are generators because you're cardinal. All right. Funny. Okay, let's just see what you want to do. What does Capricorn want to be doing? I think you want to clarify. Clarify, please. It's just repeatedly giving me justice. Clarify that, please. Clarify that number. Why are we getting number 11 twice? So I feel like you didn't get to do what you really wanted to do. Capricorn, a lot of you may have been, like, I'm seeing this in this reading, the injustice was that you were told you had to do a certain thing, and you just kind of gave up and gave in, but what you really wanted to do, you didn't get to do what you really wanted to do. Okay? You did not get to do that. Let's see what the universe wants you to do. Let's see what the universe wants you to do, Capricorn. What does the universe want Capricorn to do? What does the universe, tape is going to cut in a minute, want Capricorn to do? What does the universe want Capricorn to do? What does the universe want Capricorn to do? Yeah, so now I'm seeing, well, I am definitely going to need clarification on this. So your pathway, Capricorn, on the Tree of Life, it connects the 6 to the 8. So it connects Tiferet and Hood. So it connects beauty with splendor. Yeah, so that's the practicality one. That's where, you know, you go from the Tiferet, the 6 of Cups, the 6 of everything, where everything's like awesome, 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 you know, the solar plexus chakra, to Hood, to let's come back down to earth. So you guys, it's a practical pathway. It's Capricorn's pathway, okay? It's called the way of practicality, actually. It's pathway number 15. Notice how it corresponds to your major arcana card. But I am not getting this on what the universe wants you to do, because it looks like it went the other way. It looks like you were being, what does the universe want Capricorn to do here? What does the universe want? Okay. Well, the universe is backing you up, Capricorn, because what I saw here was 4 of Wands, which is Venus in Aries. It's a bit romantic, okay? And now I'm getting the House. Okay, it could have to do with heredity. There is something about family in that card. I'm seeing 4 of Wands. You just got an oracle card number 4, a House, King of Cups, The Three of Wands. Oh! I can't believe I didn't get this. Venus in Aries. The house. Capricorn. The universe wants you to get married. All right, I believe we are up to Aquarius. Now, Aquarius has the most incredible pathway. It's the first pathway. It's path 0, okay? It goes from Keter, which there is no higher than Keter, and you can call Keter what you want to, Bina, Allah, Krishna, Tao, whatever you want, God, you can call that whatever, but it's spirit. We just call it spirit. So the thing about this, the reason why I mention that is because it's indefinable, the indefinable pathway, the threshold of nothingness, all right? Can you imagine if people were asked to, said, hey, I'll pay you $1 million if you jump off that cliff. It probably, there'll be something attached to you and you'll actually be bungee jumping, but there's a 1 in 8,000 chance that you won't be hooked up to something that will allow. Well, see, the Fool has absolutely no trouble embarking on this because it's a soul that has absolutely no baggage and it knows it has such a divine connection to Keter. I mean, it's connected to Keter. Okay, so we're going to ask, what is Aquarius doing, thinking, and feeling right now? We could get a whole gamut of things here. Is Aquarius happy? What are they doing, thinking, and feeling, please? What is Aquarius doing, thinking, and feeling in terms of their career? What are they doing, thinking, and feeling in terms of their career? Wow, I think that you're happy. I mean, this is incredible. Was I not just talking about beginnings and endings? So this is the world. So this is Omega. Aquarius is Alpha. This is it's the beginning and ending. This is what Aquarius does. It's incredible. So I think, Aquarius, though, that what you're doing is you are going into a different cycle, or you're getting ready to do it. And what I see is that I believe that you already know where you're going. I'm looking at the Four of Wands. You may also be headed towards a divine union. So sometimes, I don't think we should always separate career and love, because for a lot of people, love is career. It's what they give, is what they do. It's not always about money and whether or not you get paid for things. So let's just clarify here. What is Aquarius doing currently? Can we clarify? Yeah, this is really cool. So I think what's happening, I think a lot of you are in romantic connections right now. This is a letter. There's something written in this letter that's romantic. And it's very special. It's got a little wax seal on it. Someone has prepared it very well. So yes, I think, Aquarius, you're really, really happy right now. But let's just see what you would like to do. For those of you who aren't happy, let's see what Aquarius wants to do. What does Aquarius want to do? 9. I feel like you want to share your knowledge. I'm seeing the Hermit right away. And this makes perfect sense. So I'm picking up sort of I don't want to use the word old, but I'm picking up the Aquarians who have been around for a little while longer. And some of you comment on my channel. Some of you are men. And I can tell, I can pick up your energy because you don't use very many words, but when you comment, it's packed with substance. So I think that some of you may be wanting to share the knowledge, like the Hermit. Now let's see, Aquarius, what the universe would like you to do. What would the universe like Aquarius to do other than to take that giant leap that no one else wants to take from Keter to Hakma? Aquarius will do it. Okay, what does the universe want you to do? Wow. Well, I think they picked the right person. I haven't seen, whoa. The Lovers and the Sun? Seriously? Wow. I think I am speaking to the more senior Aquarians. Sorry, I don't mean to. So what this is, this clearly has a lot of spiritual meaning here. By the way, I do believe that this is, in some lovers cards, the angel points to the woman. I told you this was for a man. I think this reading is for a male Aquarius. Sorry, ladies. I know all you are probably really pissed off with me right now. But maybe not. Maybe this just, you know what, for others it could just mean get married and have children. You know, get married, have children. But for the few people that I think this is for, notice how the angel is pointing to the man, okay? It's about making the right spiritual choice about something. This doesn't always have to be romantic, although if it is, it's a heavy-duty message. The sun, this message is definitely for you because freedom is your thing. I know this is a card of Leo, but freedom is very important. So for the Aquarians that are listening, all deacons of Aquarius, freedom is incredibly important. Because in this card, you know, the original card, the reason why, the nudity of the boy represented freedom, you know, yay! And that the sunflowers growing toward the boy in the original card were supposed to highlight the idea of how incredibly powerful the feeling of freedom is. So I think that there's, first of all, there is a spiritual message here. There's a spiritual message about making a choice, all right? And also about the word freedom. So now let's just see if we can get one clarification card. I don't know if I can do this because I may not be supposed to clarify this, but I'm going to try. Can we clarify this, please, for Aquarius? Okay, that seems like it wants to come out. Wow, this is for a man. Yeah, this is for a well-dressed man. This message is for a man. Okay, nice, easy. And Aquarius, just before I go on, for those of you, this may well be, that may well have also had a meaning. I mean, it's got a heavy-duty romantic meaning. So for the younger Aquarians, I think it is romantic. And it may mean, and when you got the letter and the man, you're probably going to get a marriage proposal very soon, you know, and hopefully he'll make the right choice and not pick the karmic. Okay, what does Pisces want to do? Yeah, this is more like it. Whoa, look at this. You guys may want to get married too. Because we've got the Emperor and we've got a Queen. Wow. Sometimes love just comes, you know, bursting into the situation. Now this could be a team of oh, the Queen has cut off somebody's head. Okay. Oh dear, Pisces, what message is coming in here? You want to be an executioner? Pisces? Pisces, look at this. Look. Whose head have you decapitated there? Pisces! Okay. I think female Pisces want to be judges. Good. You would be really good at that. And the male Pisces probably just want to be normal and rule the family. That's just what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a no-frills king, and I'm seeing a female judge that you probably wouldn't want to be before. Okay, Pisces, seriously, let's just get a clarification card, okay? First of all, let's look at female Pisces first. What does female Pisces want to do besides decapitate people? Just kidding. I didn't know, I honestly did not know that that card was like that. All right, so female Pisces, you do want to be a queen. And here you are coming up as the Queen of Cups. So there's something that you want to do that's pretty important because you're coming up as an archangel, doing something very difficult, but you want to apply empathy as opposed to slicing people's heads off. Okay. You know what, Pisces? It could be that you just want justice. It could be that you want justice. And in fact, this is sort of all in conformity, because these are all, Pisces, you may want to be a judge, because a judge has to be empathetic. A judge has to be able to combine, you know, two arguments that are coming at them. And a judge has to be, unfortunately, an executioner sometimes. Yeah. So what I'm seeing you in positions, in queen positions, and here doing something that's very difficult to do. Let's see what's underneath it. Yeah, I don't think you're doing what you want to be doing right now. Yeah, you're not doing what you want to be doing. Pisces, let's go to the Lenormand and see what the universe wants you to do, okay? I'm just going to cut the tape and we're going to get the Lenormand to speak. Pisces, I was just thinking of something interesting regarding the woman who, you know, had the man's head in her hand and the sword in the other. So your pathway is path 12, okay, and 12. Notice how 12 corresponds to your card of the Hanged Man. So it connects that horrible place on the Tree of Life, Gavura, and that's probably where the queen was who had decapitated the man's head. Okay, it connects that with Splendor, with Hood. So it brings us from the 6 to the 8. And it's quite a difficult path, because you have to surrender all the severity, all the, what do they call it? It is like the quiet before the storm. It's dealing with suffering, punishment. I mean, so it's like going from the Queen of Swords to the Queen of Cups. We just need to find out first of all, what is Pisces most talented? What is Pisces, what is the talent that Pisces here will lead them? What talent will Pisces lead them to where they're supposed to go? Wow. This is you, Pisces. Look at this, the High Priestess. Whoa. I mean, this is way up on level 1 of the Tree of Life. That is Bina. Okay? She is, and we've got the Queen of Wands. Now, see, this is I think the previous spread was good, because we've got these two opposing things now again. So we had the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Now we have the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. It's the same. We have 4 queens. Wow. So Pisces, this is exactly, you know, these 2 points in the Tree of Life. This is an Aries woman, so I think I would put her at the 5, because, you know, she deals with severity. And, you know, going into Splendor, there would be the High Priestess. Now, she normally belongs in Bina. I know that. So what I'm seeing here, Pisces, I'm looking at the cheetah, and I'm thinking that there is no competition for you, okay? I think that there is, that what you want to do, you've got to go for it. There is no competition. I'm thinking of that because I'm looking at the cheetah. And the cheetah is a spirit animal deliberately of Aries, of the Queen of Wands, because no one else can match her speed. So this is telling me here that you don't have any competition with what you're looking at. If you're thinking about going into an area that involves your psychic abilities or psychic intuition, go for it. So what I'm thinking is that the overall message here is that you probably want to go from something that you didn't like doing, like Queen of Swords, I'm chopping people's heads off, and Queen of Wands, you know, the Gavura, the stuff that she has to deal with. She's in the trenches all the time, fighting. To the High Priestess, where you can utilize your talents, your High Priestess energy, and the universe is screaming yes here. Let's just see if we can get a clarification card. Woo! Yes, we can. Yep, you're at a crossroads too, Pisces. So if you've got an opportunity to do something where your actual real psychic talents or your intuitive talents are involved, or helping people access their subconscious memories, helping people deal with their emotions and acknowledge their emotions, this is screaming, go for it, and there is no competition. Okay? Anyway, thanks everyone for listening. I'm sorry if I bored everyone to tears. Okay, thanks.